Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to upload a new banner to the school webpage from a Photoshop file. So for demonstration purposes, I changed our banner to complete black a couple minutes ago just to show you how to change it, and you know that it does get changed. Now there's two types of things we could go through. If we go through Edit Site Layout and click on this section over here, wait till it loads the editor real quick. So I have bad connection in here. So now it's going to let us load the header, and we could put a logo on there. Some people get confused by trying to upload the banner through the logo section. We do not want to do that. We're going to keep it as no logo. So just don't get confused by that. And we're going to close out of here. So to change this banner, we're going to go to Manage Site and Themes, Colors, and Fonts. Now here we're going to find the header section, and we have an image right here option. Right now I have the color put in. As you can see, we could change the color, but you really don't get any quality of picking different colors. So we're going to do no color, and we're going to worry about the image part. So to do this, we're going to go through, we're going to click right here, we're going to upload the file. Now the problem is, right now, as you can see by the extension, we only have a PST file. Now these get very glitchy with Google Sites, and they are a massive size, so it would take a long time for students to load them onto the web page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and we are going to change this from PSD to a GIF or JPEG. Now we're going to open it in Photoshop, and we don't have to worry about any of this. We're just going to go File and Save for Web. Now what's going to happen is Photoshop automatically selects what it thinks is the best file format for this photo. So it picked JPEG. What Photoshop usually goes by is how big the file size is. So you notice if we store it as a GIF, it goes from 417 kilobytes to 723. So for storing purposes, it's better for a GIF. It will load faster onto the student's web page. One thing you have to be careful of is JPEGs and GIFs store colors differently. So if you have two of the same files, one saved as a JPEG and one saved as a GIF, they'll look different on the website. So sometimes you save a background as white and it looks a pale yellow on the screen. That probably means you saved it as a GIF and you have to change it to JPEG. But for 99.9% of the time, the automatic option that Photoshop picks is usually the best one. And as for the PNGs and WBMP, don't worry about those. You will barely have to use those. Those were used in old programming. So we're going to click Save, and I'll label this as our new web page banner. And I like to save everything to our desktop so we know where it is. And we're going to save it as, you can see, as a JPEG. So we do this, and we close out of Photoshop, and you see now we have our JPEG file. So now we have a file of reasonable size. We are going to upload it on here. So notice it automatically threw it on there, our new web page banner. We're going to click Open. It's going to download it very quickly, and we have a new banner up. Now, just to show you, sometimes this is stuck on horizontal, right, bottom. I'm just going to show you what this does to the actual website. So look back and you can see it is off-centered, and that's from what I just did. So depending on the size of your file, some will be off-centered, some will not be off-centered. You have to go through and make it. So if I go back and look at my photo, all the action is right in the middle of the web page. So I'm going to want to center everything. If this general area was in the top left corner, I'd want to center it so the left was touching the left side of the web page and the top was touching the top. But that's not the case, so we're going to center it out. So we do the same thing as before and go through Manage Site, Themes, Colors, and Fonts, Site Header. We're going to go into our Options, and we're going to repeat it horizontal and vertical. Horizontal position, we're going to center it, and we're going to center it. And the cool thing is, with the new updates of Google Sites, you get a pretty good view of how it's going to look just by looking through here. The only thing you have to keep in mind is this loads it on a smaller surface than it will be on most browsers. So we're going to save it. Let's see how it looks now. And as you see, here it is. And just so you guys know what the repeat is, what that means is if I zoom out, it will repeat it across the platform. So there you guys have it. Here's how to upload a banner to the high school webpage.